Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
To the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by advertising such notice in the Home News Tribune, the Asbury Park Press, the Board Office, the schools, and on Cablevision Channel 118 and Verizon Fios Channel 24, and by filing such notice with the Township Clerk. This meeting was scheduled for Tuesday, May 9th, 2023. The Board will take formal action on payment of bills and other agenda items. Mr. Merritt.
Thank you, Mr. Giordano. The Old Bridge Township Board of Education acknowledges that the law of this state establishes that members of the public, including members of the board, have the right to record public board meetings using audio or video recording devices, provided that that act of recording does not interfere with the business of this public board meeting. Therefore, the board makes it known that any such recording is to be considered the private recording of the individual and in no manner represents the official record of this board. The board therefore takes no responsibility for such private recording and completely disavows any future use.
Roll call.
Ms. D'Antono?
Present.
Ms. Jodry?
Present.
Ms. Lent? Mr. Marqueta? Mr. Slade?
Here.
Mr. Singh? Mr. Solikowski?
Here.
Mr. Weber? Mr. Giordano?
Here.
Quorum exists.
All rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Who wants to read the Code of Ethics Corner next week?
I can do it.
Okay, thank you. Approval of minutes, item number 1. Any questions or discussion? Okay. We will have our report of the student representative to the board next week. Recognition, items 1 through 3. Any questions or discussion? We will have our superintendent's report, progress towards goals, and any correspondence, Mr. Mayor? Okay. We'll have a few special committee reports. We just had our policy meeting today at 6 o'clock, so we'll be hearing from that next week. And now we'll be moving on to hearing of the residents for agenda items only. Okay. Seeing none, moving on to policy. Any questions or discussion? Curriculum professional development, items 1 through 8. Any questions or discussion? Finance, items 1 through 12. Any questions or discussion?
Excuse me,
Yeah.
Mr. Giordano, we need to vote on the bill list, and we've missed the, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just didn't see it on the agenda, so, can I have a motion on the bill list?
D'Antuno will move.
Jodry will second.
Any questions or discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Slade?
Yes.
Mr. Solikowski?
Yes.
Mr. Antono?
Yes.
Ms. Jodry?
Yes.
Mr. Giordano?
Yes.
The bill list passes.
Athletics, items 1 and 2. Any questions or discussion? Non-certificated personnel office, items 1 through 6. Any questions or discussions? Okay. Non-certificated personnel operational, items 1 and 2, we'll be voting on tonight. Can I have a motion?
Slate will move.
Jodry will second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Solikowski?
Yes.
Mr. Antono?
Yes.
Ms. Jodry?
Yes.
Mr. Slade?
Yes.
Mr. Giordano?
Yes.
Resolutions 1 and 2 pass.
Items 3 through 9. Any questions or discussion? Okay, non-certificated personnel, other, items 1 through 9. Any questions or discussion? Certificated personnel, items 1 and 2. Can I have a motion?
D'Antuno will move.
Giordano, second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ms. Jodry?
Yes.
Mr. Slade?
Yes.
Mr. Silikowski? Ms. D'Antonio?
Yes.
Mr. Giordano?
Yes.
Resolutions 1 and 2 pass.
Items 2 through 38. Any questions or discussion? Non-certificated personnel transportation, items 1 through 7. Any questions or discussion? Transportation, item number 1. Any questions or discussion? Supplies, equipment, and services, item number 1. Can I have a motion?
D'Antuno will move.
Jody will second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Slade?
Yes.
Mr. Silikowski?
Yes.
Ms. D'Antonio?
Yes.
Ms. Jodry?
Yes.
Mr. Giordano?
Yes.
Resolution 1 passes.
Items 2 through 8. Any questions or discussion? Miscellaneous, items 1 through 6. Any questions or discussion? We have no items under Board Secretary and Board Business. Be moving on to hearing of the residents on any school district issue. Seeing none, any old business from the board members? Any new business from the board members? Okay, we'll be going into executive session for personnel matters, and we will adjourn from there. Can I have a motion to go into executive session?
Slade will move it.
Jody will second.
All in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? The board will go into executive session at 7:37. Thank you and have a good night.